Morning. Today we're doing a review slash repair and critique on the MomCozy S12 Pro breast pump. We seem to have good luck with this, according to my wife. However, we have had to get a second set because one of ours became weak and then stopped functioning, and eventually a second one started to become weak and not function. So I decided to dig into this, see if I could find the cause of the issue, especially considering it's a widely reported program or issue on hi Charlotte, on YouTube and other message boards. So first thing you want to do is take something safe and pry out these little plugs from the two holes that you see here, and that will reveal a very small Phillips screwdriver or screw. I should take the time to mention that there are two lithium batteries inside of here. Do not stab them, they have a tendency to ignite. If you don't feel comfortable doing something like this, feel free to not do it. Obviously, I'm not going to be held liable if you start a fire in your kitchen. So then, once you remove the two screws, the breast pump will come and separate here, and you'll feel like it won't come up very far. If you look inside of here, there are tubes. One goes to the pump down below, and one goes to the pressure release valve. So I'm going to move this a little forward in order to disengage the tube from the pump. Make sure that you pay attention to how everything goes in, because you'll need to put it back together afterwards. And at this point, we're going to get to my first complaint about the MomCozy Pro. There are no seals anywhere around this rim. There are no seals anywhere in here. If you can see here, that is all breast milk. No, we do not submerge these in breast milk. They typically get wiped down with, diaper wipes or whatever else to clean and sanitize them. So you'll notice in here, there's also more milk residue. There will also be a lot of glue down in here as well. But we will get started here, removing the parts. First thing here, we have the pump and motor. We'll just move that off to the side. There should be enough wire to do so. We have one battery. And here we have a second battery. They may feel as though they're glued down in there. That is the foam tape that they wrap the stuff in. You'll just want to carefully pry it loose. And pull this out of here as well. Now, down in here you'll see these plugs. They look like they're glued. They are. Just take your fingernail. Should be able to remove them with a little bit of effort. Do not pull up on the wires. You can break the wires if it shorts out. Lithium batteries don't do well when shorted out. So we're gonna remove the wires and plugs from here, remembering where they go. If you need to write it down, go for it. you look down in here, you'll see a bunch of milk residue, as well as up in here, all over that. The other one was pretty much exactly the same. Now what we found and what worked on the last one is that you remove the 4 screws once you already have the batteries removed, because you don't want these screws to come in contact with any of the metal parts on this board with power attached to it. Make sure you keep your screws separated. Then you should be able to pull this board out. It'll be slightly glued down in there. And what I believe would be the best way is to simply push on the buttons. Maybe that's not going to work out as easy as I thought. There we go. Yep, pushing on the buttons did work. And then we'll remove the board. You'll take note of the way that the buttons go in. You'll also get a nice view of all that residual milk that has also gotten in here. On the last one we had residual milk on the board. You have it up here in the charging port, as well up in here, up in here. Obviously, it should be no surprise that we're having issues with these, because nothing here is sealed. It's a little bit ridiculous, if you ask me. I think they do this deliberately so that you'll have to purchase new ones down the road. If you are so inclined, you may prior to opening it, choose to open or choose to order new batteries, just in case you've had them long enough that the batteries themselves are actually going. And that would be the information you'd probably want ahead of time. At this point, we are going to take a old toothbrush, clean one, and brush off all the contacts on here everywhere you see this dried on milk stuff. We don't want to do it so aggressively that we damage anything, but the soft bristles from a toothbrush should work just fine for this.